Lisa. For those of you watching on the replay, why is this all messed up here today? Come on now. And don't fall on me. Don't fall, please. I'm live. Please don't fall. Ah. Hello. So, I was supposed to come live on Sunday to do my beauty picks, and that didn't happen. For those of you who are on the replay going, is Lisa really live right now? But it's Tuesday. What is she doing? So I was supposed to come live on Sunday, but then crap happened. I was in a hi, Miss Janet. So Sunday I was having a mental breakdown, and Monday I had a lot of work. A lot of stuff has been canceled at the hospital, so that's why I didn't do my beauty picks. So I figured, you know what? I'll hop on now because I got some videos I want to unbox. So that'll be coming up later today. And figured I'd do that and hop on live to say hi. Oh, Janet, you got your brown paper packages? Don't tell me. Don't tell me because she's dropping it off to me today. So I don't want to know what's in it, but I will be unboxing that tomorrow. Yeah, because she's not dropping it off till this evening. So I'm going to do the new Canadian subscription box that I have. I'm going to do that today. After my video. So it'll be up this evening sometimes, the new Canadian box. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the brown paper packages one. Oh, crackers. Hold on one second, everybody. What's going on here? Okay. Never mind. We're good. We're all good. I think we're all good. I'm kind of like skipping off work at the moment. So how is everybody doing? How's your day? I'm going to love it. At least you did. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Sandra was supposed to drop it off on Sunday, but then she got delayed. And yesterday, Rogers has been out. I don't know if it's like all over Canada or just all over Ontario. I'm assuming it's all over Ontario, though, but Rogers was out, so she couldn't even get in touch with me yesterday. Because of that, I guess she has Rogers. I have Bell. So, and I think there are some people, like, still in Ontario, I believe, that don't have, like, I guess, access to probably cable or internet and stuff, or is it just, I don't know what I'm doing here with my eyebrows. This is why I always do eyebrows off camera, because I don't really know what I'm doing with them. You got your Allure box, not so great. It's okay-ish. Okay. So I still have to unbox my Allure March box as well. Thanks for reminding me, Janet. But it's March, so I'm like, I'll do that sometime during the week when I don't have anything coming that's new. I'll unbox that just to have a video to unbox. But remind me, because I have to look and see if I can find the spoilers for May. I didn't spoilers for May, right? No, not yet. So I have to go and look at that and see what the spoilers are and do that video and then decide if I want to cancel or not. Because usually companies put out... Come on, get out. Usually companies will post their best, you know, the bangs of the box. That comes out first. That's the spoilers you see first. So I'm like, well, if the spoilers are crappy, then... If the first 3 spoilers are kind of crappy, then I'm not going to get it, right? So I think this time probably instead of skipping it, I might just cancel it and then wait and see. I'll still do the videos, but wait and see if there's a box I really want and then re-sign up. You know, so yay. Okay, so we're gonna pick out primer first, aren't we? Janet, are you getting Ipsy? My Ipsy was supposed to be delivered on the 19th, and then the Ipsy regular bag, it went through all the process with DHL, and then it got shipped off to USPS because I'm doing the shipping company. And now on the tracking, it says there's an issue, and it's not going to be fixed for 24 to 48 hours, and that was a couple of days ago. And I'm like, I don't know what in the heck is going on with that. Okay, we're using a Charlotte Tilbury primer this week. I didn't even know I had a Charlotte Tilbury primer. It's got to be a mini. Oh, look, my niece went and brought me, it's a Bob Acha. I don't know if you ever heard this company, Bob Acha Bubble Tea. This is strawberry, just like a strawberry slushy. Not a smoothie. I don't like smoothies. It's a slushie. So I need to just drop that over. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury. Here it is. All right, I don't know if I like this primer or not. Anyone ever try this? Hi, Aaron. You saw the first FabFitFun spoilers and they were kind of ma. Aaron, was that the bag? I think it was a bag or something. What is this? This is a primer? Why does it look awfully dark for a primer? There's not much left in this primer. Okay, I guess it's got a bit of a tint to it. Yeah, what is it called? Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. Okay. I don't know if I like this primer or not. I can't remember, but it seems like I've used a bit of it, so I guess we'll see. I think it gives you a glow on your face. Hi, Barb. How are you? It tastes really good, actually. My nephew called me in and he said, Brittany's going to this place to pick up some drinks. I guess it's those fancy places like Starbucks and stuff, which I never go to, right? Because I'm like, I can't pay $8 for a freaking lemonade. Are you kidding me? I would never do it, you know? $6 for a tea or more. I don't even know how much it costs at those places. I would never do it. So I'm looking down at the list, and there's all these fancy drinks, and I'm like, okay, well, do they have any strawberry lemonade, you know, like you would do when you go to Tim Hortons? They're being homeschooled right now, Barb. Yeah, indefinitely. That's what Ford said anyways. So we figure that they're going to be in school for the rest of this year. And I mean, God only knows what's going to happen, you know, come September, right? Because our numbers in Ontario are brutal. For the USA government to tell people not to go to Ontario, that's kind of crazy, right? Our numbers are that crazy. Like per capita, we have more people with the virus. That's a little bit nuts. Okay, foundation. Let's see. They released the whole first customization. Yes. Yeah, I seen it too, Aaron. There was nothing there that was exciting, was it? And usually the first spoilers to come out are the big bang ones, right? Because they want people, this is my Summer Guerlain foundation, so I can't use that. Because they want people to sign up, you know, as soon as they come out with the release. Estee Lauder. Tarte Clay. So we're going to try the Tarte Clay foundation. Do I like that, everybody? I don't even think I do. But we're going to use it anyway. It's here, if I can find it. I think with this Tarte Clay foundation, this one right here, I think my skin needs to be really moisturized. So we'll try it today, and then all week I'll use it, like really moisturizing my skin. 2 of yours have been put on quarantine. You're thinking the kids are going to be homeschooled here soon? I have the Tart C Foundation. I think this is more probably, maybe it's a matte, more of a matte foundation. I'm not sure. Let's see. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've tried it. Which I love it when companies come out with like a deluxe size of their foundation. So that way you can try it instead of, you know, spending all the money for a full size. I wish every company did that. Like every time they came out with a new foundation, we were able to get a deluxe size, you know. It'd be so much easier, right? Because can you imagine like all the bottles of foundation, especially when you're just starting and you don't know your shade and stuff, that you go and buy, and it's not the right shade. You know what I mean? Even now when you've been doing makeup for a long time, it's still sometimes hard to find the right shade of foundation. I'm a cool, but I find if my face is really red, I'm better off putting a neutral foundation on, because the cool sometimes runs a little bit too pink. Barb, do you find that? I'm sure you're cool. Do you usually try for more of a cool tone with the rosy underneath or whatever it's called? I don't know how you say it. And yeah, and your shade changes throughout the year. Exactly. You go for neutral. Yeah. Like I find if my face is not as crazy red, then like that Esther Lauder one that I have is perfect because it's cool, but I think it's got like a rosy undertone or something. Um, but if my face is really red that day, then I have to go for a neutral because the rosy just seems to bring it out more. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. The experts might not agree, but that's the way I find it. Hi, Cosmic. How are you? You're still at home. I'm assuming you're still at home, right? You're not at work. It's shut down. Lord bless it. I don't know what kind of summer we're going to have here in Ontario. I tell you that. I don't know. Right. So I don't know what's going on with my Ipsy bag. And the crazy thing is I really wanted the bag to be delivered first because I don't want them on the same truck so I don't have to pay the customs for it. And now the bag is, I don't know, missing somewhere. It's not missing. Something's going on with USPS and whatever they're doing with my bag. And now the glam bag is on the move and now with USPS. And I'm like, great, it's going to be on the same bloody truck. And I'm going to have to pay for tracking for that or duty charges for it, which I didn't want to happen. But did anyone else get their tracking for Ipsy? Like, has anybody gotten their Ipsy bag yet? Because I really thought, by using that US address, I might have gotten it a little bit sooner. Because it seems like the people in the USA gets it a little bit sooner. And I think that's because they don't have to go across the border and customs too, right? You got your tracking for it? Okay, Barb. Aaron said, my heart goes out to those in Ontario. It's scary. Oh my God, guys, I gotta tell you, I had a patient call me today. His name is, I'm just gonna say his first name. His name is Martin. And his daughter, she's only like 22 or something, right? She's a patient of ours as well. And he called today and I was like, hello? Like I can barely hear him. So then when I finally understood what he was saying, he was telling me that he couldn't open up my email that I sent him because we use a server that's for, it's a secure server, right, for patients. It's called Medeo. And a lot of people have, especially older people, they struggle with figuring out what to do with it. You got to open up a new account. And a lot of older people just don't have the patience for that. You know what I mean? So he was asking me if I would fax his prescription to his pharmacy. So I'm listening to him on the phone. And I guess after saying pardon a couple times, he's like, Lisa, I have COVID. Well, just listening to him, like the guy could barely breathe, like barely breathe. And you can hear how much of a hard time he was having. And I was like, oh my God, no, Martin. Like, how long have you had it? And he said, it's been 5 days. And I just dropped my beauty blender on the bloody floor. Crackers, I'm picking it up with my feet. Oh, hold on, everybody. And then he said his whole family has it. Everyone in his house got COVID. I mean, I didn't, ask how he got it because I thought the less you can speak, the better for you, right? So, oh, what a sin. He got me his pharmacy's phone number, and I'm like, you know what? I'll call your pharmacy and get their fax number. You don't worry about anything. I'll let your pharmacy know that you guys have COVID, so your medicine, your medication's got to be dropped off to you. But oh my God, what a sin. The whole family, and I seriously, listening to him on the phone, you can hear, like I heard the fear in his voice. He was almost in tears. You can hear how afraid he was. It was the scariest phone conversation. Like I can almost cry right now. It was the scariest telephone conversation I think I've ever had with a patient, and the scariest time I've ever dealt with anybody with COVID, because I personally I don't know anyone who's had COVID, right? You know what I mean? Like in my own personal life, I know there's people on Facebook and stuff that we've heard or learned that had COVID, and survived it and stuff like that. But I've never spoke with anybody, in the thick of it or ever had COVID. And it was scary. I'm telling you, the fear, and you heard that in his voice, that he had so much fear, and then when he said the whole family had it, oh my goodness, and his daughter's got health, issues as well. Scary. So scary. Scared to, like, I can't imagine what people who have it and who got it really bad are going through. Okay, I'm missing out some stuff. You're at home until May 20th. Okay. I got a fancy drink for those of you who just showed up. I never get fancy drinks. My niece bought it for me. It's a lemonade. What is it called? A slushy. A lemonade slushy. You bought yourself a nice comfy chair for the deck. That's awesome, Janet. Barb, you got your tracking, but you got no add-ons this month. Yeah, I thought the add-ons were kind of ridiculous too, Barb. Medeo was frustrating. We use it for pediatrician appointments. Yeah, it can be, you know, and I've never seen it. Like, I've never had to open up Medeo. I just send the email, right? Well, that's not true. I had to open up an account, but no, I didn't. Because there's one there for a patient to open up an account, and then there's one if you work for a doctor to open it up. Excuse me, and that's what I did. So I never had to go through all of that information that people had to do. But I know there's a lot of people who call me back and go, I cannot figure this out. I can't get it open. This is too confusing. And then, we got to figure out another way for the patients to get whatever. But a lot of people say it's confusing. So many people do not take it seriously, Jeanne. I'm telling you, it was scary. We are using the Hydro C Concealer from Tarte. So it's a Tarte day. Looks like it. Honest to God, you heard the fear in his voice. Like, heard it. And it was, you're afraid you're going to die. That's straight up, honestly. That's what it was. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? Like, you're afraid you're going to die. Because he could barely breathe. And he was literally barely saying, a sentence, right? Because I'm like, listen, the less you can talk, the better. I'll figure it out. Like, you grunt, you groan, scary. Cosmic, when Lawrence had COVID, he said he wouldn't wish on his worst enemy. Yeah. Jan, one of your friends' dad passed away from COVID. I know Ian's mom, my hubby's mom. What the hell, Maddie? What have you got done with this? I don't know if you can see. There's pink in my concealer. Do you see that? I gotta wipe that off. What the heck? There's legit nothing left in this concealer. It's empty. This is Madison's favorite concealer. And she's empty, girls. I can't even get a thing in there. Let's see. Can I even use this today, or do I want to fool around with it? I don't want to fool around with this. Now I just got my brush all dirty. Okay, we're going to be picking out a new concealer because she's empty. But I really did like this one. I was debating on getting a full size of this while the sale was on, but I didn't. Well, crackers. We got to pick out a new one. And now I don't know if I want to get a full size because I know Madison will use that concealer because it was so tiny. Maybe I'll just get her a little tiny one. Well, crackers, let's see. Okay, the It Bye Bye, that's what we're going to use. I don't have a lot of concealers. Do you guys? Do you have a lot of concealers? I'm going to throw that in the garbage. Well, crackers, that's gone. All right, the It Bye Bye concealer is what we're going to use. Of all the makeup products I have and stuff, it's concealers that I have less of over everything. It's not something that I often buy either. A concealer, like a lot of my concealers I've gotten in subscription boxes. Cosmic said, even if you recover from the virus. I know, right? There are long-term consequences from it. I've seen a lot of videos from young people. I've seen them from older people as well, but from young people who are suffering with, long-term effects from it. And man, this thing is crazy as all heck, and it's scary. And yeah, you're right. There are a lot of people who are not taking it seriously. I seen a post today on Facebook. It was funny. But, I don't know. I don't even know if there's a right way in dealing with this because it's new. You know what I mean? Like, I really think that our government should have shut everything down, like airports, everything, back in March, not let anyone in the country. Nobody was allowed to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I think we would have been in a better position today if that happened. And even if they were to do that now, completely shut everything down, we might be in a better place in 6 weeks. But they haven't done that. You know, there are some things that our government has done good for our citizens, you know, like CERB. Now, I don't know how much you got to pay back for that and stuff like that, but I seen a post today, and it had an address of Justin Trudeau, and it was something like send your stool sample to him. So people were sending their poo. That's what I seen today on Facebook. And someone went, I sent mine. And I thought, that's hilarious. But oh my God, right? I don't know if you've seen that post going around. Oh, he was healthy too, right? It's scary. Yes, Janet, to hear your PSW has it. And yes, you heard the fear too, right? Barb, you're so afraid. Your nans are both in their 90s will get it. And your parents are in their 70s. And Barb, were they able to get their vaccination? I better keep that out. You have maybe 5 concealers, right? It's one thing that I don't buy. Because I think every concealer I have, I've gotten, like this one here. I don't know if I bought it or if I got it free from Sephora. You know, you buy something for 25, 35 bucks. But like this one I got in Pretty Vulgar in BoxyCharm. Dose of Colors in BoxyCharm. Morphe came in Ipsy. My Yenza was in Ipsy. My NARS, the first one, this is my second one, but the first one I got in Topbox. And I think my ColourPop was the only one that I bought. But everything else came in a subscription box, which is all right, you know, to discover what you like. Your hubby got his first vaccination today. Okay. You have IT Cosmetics, a couple from Ipsy, and a couple different e.l.f. ones, along with the Gerard Cosmetics. Oh, I love that. Oh, Tribe has that available, just so you're aware as well. Tribe has it available. It's $10 US. I went to go buy it. I'm trying to get in touch with them to find out if they could put it in my next box so I don't have to pay the shipping for it, but they haven't answered me back yet. But they do have it available, but you're only allowed to buy one of the Gerard Cosmetics Eye Base. And they have 4 shades there, but you can only get one. You're going for yours tomorrow, Janet. Jan said she can't wait to get hers. We need a bronzer. They opened up the appointment schedule for 40 plus, so you put yourself on the list. Okay. All of our, this is Hourglass Ambient. That's what I'm going to use today. I think they've all dropped the ball, you know? There's some things that, yeah, okay, we can say, you know, we're lucky that they did that, especially for people who lost their jobs and stuff. But I don't know. I think that we wouldn't be in the mess, especially here in Ontario. We wouldn't be in the mess that we're in if they had to shut down. They should have shut everything down, closed it all, you know, and dealt with, you know, finances and stuff like that afterwards, because in the long run, look where we are. You know what I mean? Oh, crackers. Opened up. Brittany, yeah? Can you come here? Yeah. I'm going to get my niece to come and say hi for a minute. You have to come and say hi because I got to check my computer.
To see if she has kittens to rescue.
Oh, yeah? Okay, hold on. This is my niece, Brittany. Hi. I got to check my computer. She's got to say hi. Read here. Tell them what you bought for me and stuff.
What we bought.
Okay, hold on. You squeeze in right there.
Do you have everything?
No, this is going to be a separate video.
Okay.
Tell them what to drink. I just got to see something.
Oh, we went to, this is like the top bubble tea place in Etobicoke. I think it's called Babacha. And we just got her a strawberry slush. So they actually mix real strawberries and then a little bit of syrup with some ice. And that's it.
Okay.
Did you get vaccinated, Angie?
Not yet.
No. I think you guys are gonna be opening an area code soon. Oh,
Yeah,
you could
'cause
technically do it.
We were one of the, I think we were one of the hot spots.
Yeah, but they're just
Okay.
open.
Sorry, everybody. It was, the hospital was calling, and I was wondering if my boss was calling for a reason, so then I had to go check the EMR, and there's no urgent messages sent, so I'm like, oh, okay. So it was probably something else. Not her. Where am I? Oh, Hourglass. That's what we're doing. They left a message, so it wasn't that urgent. Hi, Sarah. How are you? You're actually excited to have yours. How the world has changed. Yeah. Barb, your dad is insisting that he wait for the Johnson one because he's frustrating. Your mom and your nan, yeah, you've had one shot. Okay. Kazik, you've had a spare. Oh, you have a spare? Oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you got it as a tribe add-on a couple months ago. Oh, I love that. I use it as an eye base. What do you guys use it for? For those of you who got the Gerard Cosmetics eye base, it's a 2-in-1. You can use it as a concealer or as an eye base. This is the Hourglass, by the way. I think I already showed you that. What do you guys use it for? I think I put a little bit too much on, for sure. I have a mirror right here. You'll try to be back. You're kicking your annoying husband out of the house for the afternoon? Awesome. That's good, Barb. Does anybody else have their kids home from school for online schooling? Anybody else? It's funny. Every day we go sit at the kitchen table. Madison's on one, so she's up at one end and I'm on the other end. And then when they have break, you know, you can hear her talking to all of her friends and stuff. It's hilarious. And they have their headphones on, so they don't realize how loud they're being. You use it as an eye base, but if you have a little left on your finger, you tap it under as a concealer. Yeah, that's what I did. Definitely, without a doubt, it's my favorite, I think, that I've ever tried. And I love the Balm one, and this one totally outweighs the Balm one. Like, that's number 2 now, and I don't know. Since I've run out of it, I'm kind of like, nothing compares to it. You know what I mean? It's a nuisance that I have to use something else. Okay, so we're going to use the blush in here as well, and I think we're going to go ahead and use the highlight in this. So I'll have all 3 in one shot. Woohoo, bang, bang. Hi, Miss Jen Button, how are you? So what's going on in the world today, everybody? I didn't catch the news today, so I don't know what's going on in the world of the news today. And I haven't been on Twitter, but I I'm going to say it. Poor Jeffree Star. Oh, my God. Actually had people, like, can you imagine having news programs and, you know, like Insider Editions or TMZ or whatever, those places calling and going, hey, would you like to comment on the fact that people are saying that your car wreck, your accident was staged? It was all fake, like you did it for clout? I mean, you know, how rotten. How rotten. That's all I know about what's going on in the beauty world. I don't know about anything else, because I haven't been paying attention. Was anybody on Jen Loves Reviews on her live on Sunday? I woke up for it, but I fell back to sleep, so I missed it. Yes, Miss Sarah, I know. We're getting snow, right? Ugh. I mean, what in the world is going on that we're getting snow? That's crazy. Snow. This late in April. That's nuts. Okay, let's see what this highlight's about. I like the blush and the bronzer out of that. The one thing with Hourglass, though, I mean, if you're not white, you can't wear this. They certainly don't make their makeup for every different person out in the world, that's for sure. It's not blinding, but it's okay. Okay, so that part's done. What do I do next? Oh, eyes. So I've been using this Revolution Beauty eye concealer, eye base. I don't know exactly how I feel about it, but it's been okay. You stop watching the news and greatly reduce your use of social media. It's too depressing. It is very depressing. You're right. It is. I mean, oh my God. Not just like, you know, what's going on with COVID and stuff like that, but you turn on the news. There's, you know, wars in other countries. People are getting, you know, blown up and stuff like that. Like innocent, you know, children and women. And then there's the natural disasters that's going on in the world. That's insane. I think something was going on down the States the other day, if I'm not wrong. Was there, Jen? Was it like a tornado or something like that? Maybe earthquake or... Oh, a volcano erupted somewhere. Was that in the States? Or was that in one of the islands? I can't remember now. But I mean, every day you click on it and there's something, right? You know? Like so many deaths because of something, whether it's war, whether it's COVID, whether it's, you know, a natural disaster or just murders. It's insane. You're going to get snow in Michigan as well. I know, right? I mean, what up? Seriously. And 2 days after, so I think on Friday, it's going to be like 14 degrees or it's going to be 14 degrees on Thursday. So Wednesday, we're getting snow. And then the next day, it's going to be like 14 or the day after. How insane is that, right? Jaja, hi. How are you? Sounds like it's going to be more than a dusting. Is really? Oh, I was hoping that's all it was going to be because they were like, you know, I heard someone say, well, they put away their snow boots on the news. And I thought, it's not going to be anything, just a little drop of something, that's it. But it might be more than that. That's insane. They get so many shooting in the States is unreal. Yeah, I know, Jeanne. You know, we get a lot here in Toronto too. At least, I mean, just about every morning when I wake up, there's a murder in Toronto somewhere. You know, and that's just in the Toronto area, right? All of this bad news is not going, that's true for people's mental health, I know. It's nice and sunny where you are, but it's supposed to rain later in the week. Where are you, Jaja? I forget, love. You got to remind me. Okay, so we need an eyeshadow palette. I hope Brittany didn't leave. Johnny, did Brittany leave? We're supposed to be doing the Sephora haul video together. Washington State. Right, is that you? Do you live around where Rob Beauty Christie lives? Isn't she in Washington somewhere? We are doing Natasha Denona, the full Sunrise palette. Oh, that's going to be a trip this week. Okay, hold on, let me get that. Oh, my lamps up. Come on now. Oh, all right. So this is the Sunrise palette from Natasha Denona. I don't use it often because one of them is broken and it just makes, look at the big mess. I don't know, can you see the big mess? One of them got broken, so I don't use it very often. Oh, Lanta, what are we going to do with this look today? This is going to be interesting. You paid bills today and then partook in a little retail therapy. Good for you, love. Too funny. You think she's somewhere near Seattle. Okay. Oh, yes. Happy 420 day. That's right. For those who enjoy the 420, happy 420 day. I said that to Ian this morning. Hey, happy 420. I think I'm going to take the shade Morgan first. .420 has just been everywhere. Where is Where would be the 420 stuff? Like in the States, where is that all that legal now? And it's legal in all of Canada, isn't it? The 420 stuff? I think it's legal in all of Canada. I know it's legal in Colorado. I don't know where else it would be legal at. Store, same here, Jen Button. Mary Jane's is the name of the stores here around me. It's a whole franchise. I can't speak today. A whole franchise. I swear to God, like every 4 blocks, there's a new Mary Jane somewhere. And I remember when Ian would go to some of the stores downtown, and this is like a couple of years ago, right? When I don't think they were supposed to be legal, and it was like a bakery, and then upstairs was the 420 store. But I think the bakery was a front, right? Was a cover. And you walked in, and he would go by the big guy standing up like this bouncer dude, and there'd be a couple people sitting at the table, sipping on the coffee, and there was like donuts and coffee that you can go get, right? But it was definitely a front. He would have to go and show his driver's license to this bouncer type dude. He looked really scary and got buzzed to walk upstairs. Like the whole thing was kind of crazy. And then now it's legal, you know? I wonder what happened to that store now. Is it still a front? But I couldn't believe it that they had actual cotton candy. I went with them once and they have cotton candy. I swear to God, looked exactly like cotton candy. And it was like the 420 stuff in the cotton candy. I couldn't believe it. Everything is made with that now. They had a bottle of Grape Crush. We all know chocolate bars like candies, lollipops, Sour Patch Kids. It's insane how everything, you can make anything edible with this stuff now. And apparently it tastes really good. But to see cotton candy, that blew my mind. I always wanted Ian to buy it to tell me if, you know, if it was any good. Like, I just want him to buy it and taste it. All right, Miss Morgan, you're done. Massachusetts and Michigan are legal. Okay. It's legal here. They have shops all over. Okay. Cosmic, you've been tempted to partake, but you have an issue with moderation, so you tend to stay away from everything that could cause issues. Oh, I've tried, obviously, in the past, you know. I've partaken in the past, in my younger years, I've partaken. But, you know, if I partaked any of those times, there better be food around me. That's all I know. And isn't it crazy that some of the best meals I ever had, or like junk food I ever had, was when I partaked. Is partaked even a word? But I'm telling you, as long as there was food around me, I was happy. I remember my best friend and I, it wasn't something that I ever did often, right? But one of my best friends back home, we never touched this stuff in high school, never touched it, right? Even in our early 20s, it wasn't something that was available. I mean, it was there in my hometown, you know, but it wasn't something that my group of friends were into. So I move away and stuff, and never in a million years did I think that my best friend would ever get into it, right? And so she called me up one night. So I'm living in Toronto, and she's in Halifax going to school. And she called me up, and she's like, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. Now, you know, we're in our 20s now. It's been some years since I've seen her. And so she goes on and she says, you're never going to guess what I'm doing right now. And I'm like, I don't know. What are you doing? So she said she was getting ready to, I don't even know what you're allowed to say on YouTube, but smoke one, right? And at that time, I had just left my upstairs neighbor's house, and she had given me a little bit that she had took some and put it out and gave me the rest of it. So I went downstairs, and I was just about to light it because I just wanted to get the munchies and listen to music. So she says that to me, that she's about to light one, and I'm like, no poop. I didn't say the poop word, but I'm like, no poop, so am I. And we're like, oh my goodness. And here we are, seriously, I'm away probably 8 years by now, 6 to 8 years, never knew that she did it. She never knew I touched it. It was like this big secret between us. So we would make a date at least once a month that we would, like Friday night at 8 o'clock my time or 9 o'clock my time, she would make the date where she was in Halifax. We would call each other and have our snacks in front of us, and that's what we did for like hours. Stay on the phone, do the thing, and eat. Seriously. But it's funny. Oh, back in the good old days. Smart, not that you need to affirm that. Don't ever take you gambling. They have it in candy. They have it in gummy bears and chocolate and food. I know it's crazy, right? Cotton candy. I literally want to try it just so I can taste the cotton candy. I tried a chocolate, a little tiny, like not even as big as my thumbnail bite of this chocolate bar that Ian had once. And it was the best chocolate I think I've ever tasted. The chocolate tastes so good. But I'm telling you, I started folding up clothes and my heart was beating so fast. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It was the one and only time I ever had any bit of an edible. And I thought legit I was going to have a heart attack. So I never touched it since. But the chocolate in itself was the best chocolate I think I've ever had. You're the type of person that can usually spend $100 in quarters at a fair to try and win a stuffed animal because at some point it changes from a game to I'm going to win that if I have to be here all day. Hi, Miss Barb. That's funny, Cosmic. See, I couldn't do that. When we go to a fair, if Ian wants to go play a game, if I see him spend too much money, I'm like, okay, that's enough now. That's enough, right? Barb, we're talking about if you've ever partaked in the 420 stuff, and if you have, some stories about partaking in it when you were younger, well, I suppose, a lot of people, and coming from Newfoundland, like I said, there wasn't a lot of people that I knew that did any of this stuff, right? Not in my group, my age, even like some years under me and some years over me. You knew who did in a small town, right? And who didn't. And then when I moved to Toronto and realized that, oh my goodness, like 90% of people that I knew in Toronto, and these are people from Toronto, when I first moved, a lot of my friends were from here. Most of them did it. I'm like, wow, so this is as, as normal and common as drinking. It was okay. I honestly think that it should have been legal a long time ago. I think there's more, deaths and stuff by alcohol than there is by the Mary Jane. Pot makes you quite sick, so no, you haven't, but all the power to those that do. Yep. That's always been my stance on it, though. If somebody, said something, I'd always say, listen, I've never heard of anybody, smoking a joint and going and killing somebody or getting in a car and killing somebody. But I've heard a lot of people drinking, you know what I mean, who's hurt people, right? You use CBD, though? Okay. Your dad was one of the top 10 dealers in Calgary in the 80s. Sober for a long time now. Yep. My mom's brothers were out around the Bay areas, I think in Newfoundland, the people to get it from. Back then, my uncle, my mom's brother, used to send it home in a fruitcake, in the mail in the fruitcake. Swear to God, that's how he would send it home to his other brothers in a fruitcake. You learn that stuff when you get older. It's crazy, right? You know what's crazy is all the people who went to jail for it, and even for like just a little tiny amount of it, that, have a record now because of that. I know somebody who spent 3 months in jail. I think their sentence was 2 years because they got caught with a dime of hash. You know what I mean? and he's got a record now. Like, can he get that expunged because it's legal? He should, right? Because now that it's illegal and that's the only thing he's ever done, he literally had a dime, and he got arrested. It was such a huge thing back then, yeah. He got caught in his 70s smuggling it into Newfoundland. He might know my uncle's Barb. You ordered flavored king palms from Canada a lot. Okay. I don't know what that is though, Jen. Is that wrappers? Yours got a pardon? Yeah, like they should be able to, right? If that's the only thing they have on their record, I'm assuming they should be able to get a pardon. And what's the process that you would have to go through to get a pardon these days? Like, is it a lot of money? Is it an application? Right, so this is going to be my eye look for today. I don't know what I'm doing, but it is what it is. Oh, he went to prison? Yeah, so did my friend, went to prison for it. He got 2 years. I think he got like a 2-year sentence. And he spent, I think it was 3 months in the prison. And then he got out, I guess, on good behavior, whatever. But, I mean, he really turned his life around as well. I think he got his GED while he was in there. And then I think he became a truck driver or something. So, you know, in one sense, he turned his life around, right? But it's sad if he can't get that. He's got to get it gone, though. He got a pardon a long time ago, so you don't have a clue. Yeah. That's like in the U.S., I know there's a lot of people in jail because of, you know, the 420. Especially a lot of people of color in jail because of the 420 and, like, for having nothing, you know. I think something should be done about that. Somebody should be fighting for those people because it's like if you can have it legal in 3 or 4 states, it should be legal in all the states. You know what I mean? Like I think it is here legal in all of Canada. And now that the government has a way to make money, yeah, what?
Alcohol isn't legal in every state.
I'm not talking about alcohol.
I'm just saying.
Oh, alcohol is not legal in every state?
No.
Oh, yeah, because in Ohio or something like that? Where is the state that alcohol is not legal? Is it Ohio or Idaho? Jen Button, do you know? Yours didn't change his life around. He doubled down, Barb. Well, it's all legal now, you know, here in this country. But I think it's, you know, to have, I don't know. I don't know how different places can have different laws. It makes no sense. And there's some laws that were made back in the 1700s that are still in effect today. And some of them make, look at the mess I got made here. Some of them make absolutely no sense. God. I was reading something about it, like in the U.S., there's certain states now that still have some laws that were made, you know, in the 1800s. And when you read it today, it's like, really, that's a law? You know what I mean? I just don't think anyone's gone and bothered to take it off the books or however they have to do it. Did I fix it? It just looked really dark. Okay, it's almost done. Utah. Okay, it's where a lot of, oh, not the Mormons. Oh my goodness. Who are those people who, like, live, you know, without technology and, like, live the old-fashioned way and stuff like that? What are they called? I forget. They make awesome furniture. Amish, yes. Yes, right? Utah is like the Amish country kind of thing? Because I heard that there's a state where alcohol is illegal. Yes, the Amish. Hourglass Caution is what I'm using today for my mascara. I know that there's a town in Alberta with a big Mormon population that is dry. Yep. There is also the Mennonites. Okay. So, and where are they at, the Mennonites? Miss Caution mascara. I think this mascara is old. It's like the most I ever spent on a mascara. What's the difference between a Mennonite and Amish? Does anybody know? There are some in, so is PA Pennsylvania or Philadelphia? I'm not sure, Jaja. I was telling Ian the other day, we had an argument. He was saying that New Jersey was not a state. It was a part of, bye, Miss Jen Button. He was saying New Jersey wasn't a state. It was a part of New York. And I was like, no, it's a state. And then I had to Google it. And I'm like, yeah, I knew I was right. Pennsylvania. Okay, Pennsylvania. Okay. We have a few halterite colonies. What is that, Barb? I never heard that expression before, that word before. All I know is that something ever happens to technology, we knew who, we know who can save us, right? Because I think the Amish, don't they live off the land kind of thing? It's a state your dad was born in, New Jersey. Yes. I know. He was saying it wasn't a state, and I argued with him. And then I had to Google it. And then I'm like, see, I told you. I knew what I was talking about. Okay. All right. My beauty picks for the week. What do I feel about this foundation? I'm thinking I'm definitely going to have to make sure that my skin is moisturized because I can see it looking kind of dry. So I got to make sure that my skin is moisturized really good before I put on that primer, but it's not bad. Hi, Miss Brooke. It's the same kind of thing as Mennonite. They live in their groups, religion, live off the land, community. But the Hutterites have power vehicles. Oh, okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, everybody. Well, I didn't know if anyone was going to pop on because it was just, out of the blue. But I wanted to do my beauty picks, and so I did. So this is what I'm going to be using for the week. I'm going to go and get my niece. We're going to do my Sephora unboxing haul video. That's going to be posted tomorrow. And that new, thank you, Miss Barb, the new Canadian beauty box called Cheeky Beauty, that's going to be posted this evening. So I'm going to go unbox that and have that posted this evening. Tomorrow's going to be Sephora. Actually, no, it's not. Tomorrow, it's going to be brown paper packages. And then it will be Sephora. And then maybe I'll finally unbox my Allure March box. That's just sitting there waiting for me. So, yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, everybody. I will be live this Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, yes, I will be live this Saturday. Okay. Lots of memo items. You hear where I live, and they use horse and wagon here. Okay. Well, I tell you, if there's ever, the zombie apocalypse or something like that, or technology goes away, then we definitely know who can, help us survive off the land, right? So, but they might not, they might not take us in. Okay, everybody, I will see you. Don't forget, Saturday, I'll see you on Saturday. Bye. Don't forget to like, please. Miss Brittany.